Joining us now from our nation's capital is Bloomberg's Laura Davison to fill us in on what's happening next week in Washington. Welcome, Laura, and tell us what's going on.
So this week is all going to be about whether or not the U.S. government is going to shut down. This deadline hits Tuesday at midnight, and it really remains to be seen where the two parties are going to be. They've been out of Washington all last week. The Senate will come back on Monday. The House isn't even scheduled to come back until Wednesday. The big fault line here is this is essentially Democrats' one point of leverage. They are out of power both in the House, Senate, and White House. So they're using this shutdown, and basically they need to get 60 votes in the Senate, which means that at least a handful of Senate Democrats need to join with Republicans to pass something. So they are asking for a couple different things. One, they want an expansion of some of these ACA, Affordable Care Act premium tax credits that are set to expire. They want to extend those. They're saying that lots of people are going to face extreme healthcare cost increases without that. They're also asking for more power of the purse. This has traditionally been Congress's job. They've been, responsible for appropriating money. But as we've seen over the past several months here, as the Trump administration has really put a bigger clampdown on funding and canceling funding that was approved by Congress. We saw this with a big rescissions package that was passed earlier this year, cutting funding for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, PBS, NPR, as well as a bunch of foreign aid packages as well. So, Democrats see this as their one opportunity. When there was we were on the brink of a shutdown earlier this year, Democrats ended up working with Republicans to cut a deal, and Senate Leader Chuck Schumer ended up facing a lot of blowback from the Democratic base who wanted to see him put up more of a fight. And this is where we find ourselves now.
Yeah, I'm hearing some chatter that the Affordable Care Act component of their concerns might have a little bit of legs with respect to moderate Republicans in the House. Is that true?
Yes, you see, a handful of moderate Republicans who have been expressing worry that this is going to hurt their own constituents. This is really part of a broader narrative we've heard around healthcare this summer, especially in the light of, Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill passing earlier this year that includes some cuts to Medicaid in the coming years. So this has become an issue that politically Republicans, particularly moderate Republicans, but those also representing more conservative districts in rural areas where federal healthcare funding is more widely used by the population, that this is going to be an issue that are really going to hurt them come the midterms, which are just about a year away.
Does it seem to some extent that maybe the Democrats are actually looking for a fight, and they use the broader term of the powers of the purse concerns to really kind of use that as leverage to have the government shut down so then they can blame Republicans?
Yes, this is the tone among Democrats is very different from how it's been in prior shutdowns, where they were, kept looking for a resolution, that they wanted to work together and wanted to avoid a shutdown at all costs. The level of vitriol has really ratcheted up here, and you see both Democrats see this as a possibility to take a political stand and make a political point and potentially win the political argument here. Republicans, however, also see this, as potentially they've been branding it as a Schumer shutdown. So right now, what you have is both sides messaging to see who can be own the political win of the shutdown, or, and avoid being cast the blame.
Laura Davison, thanks so much. I'm glad I'm not in Congress anymore.